Hey, Jameer, Demo, so we walking out the hotel to come here, right?
Yeah.
So I'm coming up it's like a little incline. I look up, it's some dude tatted up, tank top on, just sitting in front of like the lobby. I walk up, it's him. He been on a diet like a month. And now since he on a diet, he trying to tell us how to eat. He got on Chan earlier because he eating wasabi, almonds.
Watch your sodium, bro. Get your ass out of here.
I don't want to listen though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to look out for him, bro. I was 248. I'm trying to dial it back. He was shocked when I told him. I said, I was talking to him and A-Chan. I said, I can probably get y'all when I was in my prime. He said, nah. I said, 428, 226.
I ain't know that. Nah, I ain't know that.
I used to scat a little bit, but I love what y'all do, though.
That was before folks ran 4.2s, though.
Yeah. And he was 230.
Big as hell.
The big old pads on. But man, welcome to the Pivot, man. Appreciate y'all. Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, Channing Crowder, Ryan Clark. This is Fred Taylor, Pivot Fam. Thank y'all for pivoting with us on our training camp tour. I'm gonna start with you, Demo, and then obviously Jameer, you can talk about it too. One of your early interviews in this camp, you said, all right, it's enough of getting close, right? Like this is the year. What made you say that publicly?
I think for me, I don't really fear the public, like, eye of things. And I was just telling the truth. I mean, it wasn't really about me trying to express to the public, like, this is what we felt. I mean, they just asked a question and I answered it as honest as I could. So this was really answering the question.
What is it about this year, though, that is different? You know, you look at 2 years ago, you go to NFC Championship. Last year, you guys are the #1 overall seed. It felt like y'all had that mindset, hey, we want to win a Super Bowl this year in the last 2 seasons. Was it the losses in the playoffs, or is it just a feeling that time and windows do close?
I think it's an assortment of kind of like everything. But I think ultimately, like for us, I know my mom used to tell me, like, when I used to do stuff over and over and not listen, like, she gets sick and tired of being sick and tired. I know we kind of had this standard and this expectations for ourselves that we haven't met yet. And, you know, this city deserves it. You know, you get a blue-collar place who have been through the trenches and always been drugged through the dirt. Like, it's their turn and their time now, and they deserve it. So we try and do whatever we got to do to ensure that we're able to fulfill that for them.
Jameer, how y'all change that? Because y'all, they saying you beating the hell out of people, you winning the division, you're doing all that, and then you get to that point, like RC said, and how you push over?
I think the main thing is being healthy, like having all our guys on the field, that'll help a lot, and just being disciplined. I think that should take care of everything because, you know, we got the players and the coaches to, you know, do what we want to do. So I think just being disciplined and keeping everybody healthy is the main thing.
Looking at the previous 2 seasons where you were really close 2 years ago, then last year obviously got injury, beat the team up pretty bad. What's different about the team this year, just starting off in this training camp compared to those 2 seasons?
We just like so locked in, like even though we got, you know, new playbook and stuff, like we learning, we have up and down days, but like today you see that was like our best day of camp, like so far, like by far. And I think when another team comes in and we gotta go against another team, I think that's when it comes out. So
Demo, you know, you mentioned new playbook. So much about this offense and the conversations we would have about what Detroit was able to do on that side of the ball was Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's now in Chicago. How much has changed for you from what you have done the last 2 years?
I think naturally, just having a different person, you gonna have like this small, minute things change. But Johnny Mo is completely different from Ben. You know, I love Ben. Ben was incredible. He gonna do great things in Chicago. But I think Johnny Mo's damn good too. So I'm kind of excited to see how it all will shake out. But if it shakes out the way that I think it'll be good.
Together in 2 years, y'all have over 50 touchdowns, right? One would think if I could go get 26 in 2 years, if I could go get 25 in 2 years, that the running back mindset would be, well, shit, if I ain't had Demo or if I ain't had Jameer, I might have 20 in a year. Can y'all explain the dynamic between the two of you, how it works from a personal standpoint and also player?
We're very selfless. I care for him like a brother. I know he feels the same way. We want to see each other succeed. I mean, we just go out there and play. I mean, whatever happens after that happens. I mean,
But y'all gotta look at like Saquon and what we have 370 touches last year. Like y'all don't look at that. Like you're saying, a little selfish. Like, damn, give me that rock 350. What can I do with 350?
I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's cool, but like, I'm worried more about winning a Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie. So like, whatever that looked like, I could have 100 less, 50 less. I really just want to win because I haven't won like a state championship, a national championship, so I really just want to win a bowl.
You guys alternate by series, right?
Yeah.
Not a couple plays or situationally, but by
depending
series.
how long the series is.
Right. My frustrations, and I love mojo and, chopping up two-head monster, and I got ready and I tried to stay ready for when it was my time to run on the field. And sometimes the older I got, it got a little harder, right? These bones, I get cold quick. How do y'all stay like, present and focused so that when you are called, like, you're ready to go and you don't miss that moment?
There's no excuse to being a pro. We get to do this.
Right.
There's millions of people who would die to be on our shoes. If I make that excuse up as to me not being ready when my number's called, that's my fault.
Mm-hmm. I mean, is it like the bike on the side, stretching?
Yeah, I think it's all of that. Just being able to, some of the things that you said, stretching, like running around, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I think that's just all up to you, what you decide to do on the side.
I know a lot of times you can bond with teammates or just bond with individuals based on commonalities. Yeah. And I think on Sundays, Monday nights, Thursday nights, people see you both as these top tier NFL running backs. But both of y'all have a history of overcoming adversity. I want to start with you, Demo, man, because I get to see you with your son all the time. And it's just it's a presence in you. And it's like he gets to see you work and then you get to go love on it. That's not how you grew up. You saw death. You watch a family member take their last breath. Your sister obviously had a horrific accident. How has the adversity throughout your life built you to the man and player you are today?
I ask myself that question all the time. And I ask myself that question the most when things get the hardest. But for me, I think it's realizing that it's so much more bigger than me. And I know it sounds cliche, but like, I got a lot of people at home depending on me to be exactly who I know I'm capable of being, not for what it can pay them to be, more of what it looks like to be, of how it affects everyone else back at home. I got a nephew who just beat cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sister is what my sister is, but my entire family looks at me as the one, the voice, some of us would say. The moment that I realized it was bigger than me, pain, emotions, the things I can't control, it don't matter as much. Because I know, like, if I wasn't to do what I was capable of doing right now, or I was just to fold and throw in the towel, I'm teaching my son, I'm teaching my nephew who just beat cancer, my sister who can't walk no more, I'm teaching them that it's okay to quit. Like, and that's not fair. My sister don't get to walk. Like, why is it fair for me to quit and I can do whatever I want to do? I'm healthy. But my sister would die to have the opportunity to just walk. So like, it's so much bigger than me, and I realize that. And sometimes the word selfless gotta be thrown in a lot. Cause when you're going through it and you in a fire and it's hot and it hurt and you can't really see anything else farther than what's in front of you, it get hard believing some of the things that you need to. But that's why I revert back on God, one, but two, like, I dream for this. So like, it's here now, like what I'm complaining for.
Yeah. And Jameer, man, you come from homelessness. You, your grandmother, you obviously, the story's well documented about, you being adopted from someone through the shelter, but like, how often do you go back to those days and those struggles and say to yourself, you know what, man, like, if they just asking me to carry a ball, if they just asking me to practice, all this stuff I've been through is so much greater, so much more difficult than this. How much easier does it make this life that you've had to persevere through so much?
Yeah, well, I ain't even finna cap. Like, I keep that completely separate. Like, I don't even really think about that. I mean, honestly, I just really like playing. So, like, I've always played since I was little. Just throwing up, like, playing with my friends, the older kids. So, like, I enjoy this. So, it's not really, oh, they tell me I gotta carry the ball like this. Like, I like playing. So, it's not, I'm not complaining about nothing. I just like playing. But, like, the other stuff, I just keep it separate. I don't really jock on it for real, so.
Both of y'all, man, with the tough upbringing, y'all could have went off the scale, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could have been in prison. You could have been, you know, got on drugs, done something like that, been on the block where you just get caught up. How did y'all keep that focus to be where y'all today with those tough upbringings?
I mean, my grandma helped me a lot with that. Like, certain people I would be around, she said don't really be around them because, you know, certain reasons. Or, like, my homeboys at home, my cousins, like, sometimes, like, they'll do stuff and I would want to go with them. They say, nah, we know what you can be, what you can become, so like, now you stay over here. So, like, I mostly, you know, give up to them. They helped me a lot with that.
Who's in charge of the accountability, Sonic or Knuckles? Like, who got to hold who accountable?
No, we both do this. We both.
We kind of go off each other for real.
Yeah.
They're my dog, bro. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, how you rock, I rock.
Yeah,
what
we
do
gonna
y'all
keep it
do
straight.
Away from the field together? Y'all stream, game?
We be in the game sometimes. We want low key want to stream. I ain't gonna lie, but
You don't need the stream.
Who don't need to stream?
This one. Well,
He know me too well.
Hey man, all the stuff that David let y'all see, that's all people need to see.
Right. So, but what y'all do when y'all away from the game? Y'all watch the game like YouTube, TV, watch another game?
I mean, I play the game all the time. Like, I go home, like, I just get on the game. And then, you know, obviously I be with my girls, so, I mean, if it's not the season, I'll be with my homeboys too, so.
You FaceTime in one night, and then we just got to talking about you and talking about, like, certain things throughout your life. And he was like, man, I just love him, you know? And obviously Jordan talks about you all the time. I was reading a story, and I think it's a pretty recent story, and it said you stole the code to work out at Iowa State. And you would go, you know, work out late nights and continuing to work to get better, because I guess they said some other running back was like the best running back on the field in the game. What was it about hearing that or about not being able to be thought of as the best running back on the game that made it imperative that you use every minute of the day to get better?
The other running back was like one of my best friends. It was Mike Warren, but it wasn't even about him. I was so infatuated with the fear of going back home and being like everybody else that I had a choice to make. Go in that facility and figure out what you gonna do to ensure yourself a chance here, or you gonna be like everybody else back at home. I didn't have like the college experience, and I didn't want it. I know I had an opportunity in front of me, and I've never been the biggest, never been the fastest, never been the strongest. I've never been the top guy. I'm cool with that though. I'm cool with that because I know who I am. I'm fearless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't scared of nothing. Like, I done been through everything. I done seen it all. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself I can be. I don't really be caring too much about what be going on outside of it. Cause I know, like, my journey for me, you know what I'm saying? Me being a pops and me showing my son, like, this what it looked like, it's for me. So, like, stealing the code from my coach, like, it was normal to me. Like, it wasn't like this big thing, I'm trying to, like, impress the coach. I didn't care. It was more so like, bro, if you don't get in there and figure it out, it's over for you. You going back home, you gonna be broke, you gonna be serving, just like everybody else you know. Now I be standing here 6, 7, 8 years later, standing in this moment like I could have been that guy on TV. Hell nah, I'm gonna be that guy. I had a choice, I made it.
Like, I'm trying to envision that. How did it all happen? And when did the coaches find out?
So, crazy thing, I had been in there for a couple weeks. It was happening on the weekends. So Coach Campbell, Matt Campbell, who was my coach, I used to talk to him often. He know I love him, but he couldn't remember a bunch of stuff because he was just cluttered with everything. Coach, if you hear this, you know I love you. Skip, his assistant, used to keep his code on a notepad, like a little sticky note in his office. He would change it all the time so that everybody wouldn't remember it. Well, one time I went in there, chopping it up. I had one mission going in there.
Right.
Like, he thought I had something else going, but I'm like, I gotta steal that hoe. So went in there, took the sticky note, and before I left that day, I had to go try and make sure it worked. And I know his code, the master code. Cause we had a code also, but it stopped at a certain time.
Right.
10 o'clock.
Yeah, like, so I took his and I'm working out for a couple of weekends. And then one weekend, he came in there. I'm like, ooh. It was like an official visit or something like that.
Right.
I'm like, ooh, I'm stuck.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm acting like I ain't seen him the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like peeking. You know how you like trying to peek without looking? He on the side, and Coach Campbell like to do this thing where he just sit there like this. I'm like, damn, this either two things finna happen. He really just gonna be cool with it and gonna rock out, or I'm gonna be in a team meeting the next day.
Right.
And I was cool with that. But shoot, like it was crazy how it happened because I was doing that every weekend. Then I started getting the homies in there. We in there jamming, like everybody working, but we in there like fooling around, having a good time. Like it was our version of going out.
Right.
While
That's
we was
dope.
getting better. Like.
Right, that's dope.
He talks about not having the college experience. You sort of had like a very new era college experience, but it's not often that a 4-star, one of the best players in Georgia, chooses Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's not a thing that happens all the time. And it's cool that Tashard Choice, who is your coach now, was also around then. How did that relationship play a part in you becoming a Yellow Jacket?
Yeah, just our first talk on the phone, I just hearing him talk and his expectations of me and just him wanting to meet me, it really spoke volumes. And then when I got there, it was just like, I know this is not like the normal thing to do, but like I was thinking about going and committing. You know, after I went there on my visit, that's like getting all these other calls like throughout the season. So I'm like, oh damn, I don't know what to do. And then Ohio State, I was mainly gonna go to Ohio State. I ain't gonna cap. I was gonna go to Ohio State, and then I forgot what happened. They called me because I was finna commit, and they called me. And there was like something about scholarships or something. Then they wanted Trey Sermon out the portal, so I'm like, oh, all right. Then I just went to. I committed to Tech, yeah. Maybe because of choice, though. That's really it. Like,
Yeah. Talk about the difference when you leave Georgia Tech and now you're at Nick Saban's Alabama. What was like the Saban indoctrination or experience for you?
I think more defensive players would get that. Like offense, like I only seen them at team meetings and, you know, we split fields at practice. So team meetings or like the end of practice was like team one situations like that. So then that's the only time we'd be over there. But like kickoff return, he'd be over there, he'd be joking with me and stuff. He was cool. I followed Nick. Coach Saban.
Hey, he don't.
You know?
Oh, man, Saban used to cuss me out. I played for
'cause
him
he
in
was-
Miami.
yeah, Coach Miami, yeah.
I brought him a stripper to a team meeting though, one time. Yeah.
You capping.
So that kind of started out a bad relationship between us.
What do you say?
He took off running. I think his little man got hard because he ran up out the room. And so
He cutting this out, right? They cutting
No, he said it. He said it in front of him.
Oh.
We had him on the show.
Yeah. Demo, you kept saying Coach Campbell, and I was like, wait, Dan Campbell is one of those coaches. He reminds me of a Mike T. He reminds me of an Andy Reid, that people who aren't in the building with him, they say they want to play for that guy. He was my teammate in New York. What has it been about Dan Campbell that's allowed this team to be authentic, allowed this team to believe in itself, and allowed this team to compete consistently in a very Dan Campbell-like way?
He's unapologetically harsh, and he holds everybody accountable for everything. I believe we got some of the best, if not the best, at a certain amount of positions on our team, and he don't care. Like, if you not on your shit, it's over with. He on you. Like, you messing something up, it's like having somebody that's like, that always keep you on your toes and always make you think that like you ain't doing it good enough. I feel like it creates a different level of expectations, but I think how he was as a player, like he gritty for real. Buddy really gritty for real. Like, nah, I'm like for real. Like you can see the little dip in his mouth. Like Buddy don't be playing. And like, you don't really see that a bunch. Like you see a lot of coaches, like if you the best guy, they gonna coddle you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that brings down a lot. He ain't on that, bro. It's either you win or you ain't.
Mm-hmm. This shit like Bama, I ain't gonna lie. I got here, I thought it was gonna be like light practices, like everything sweet. We in sweatpants. Man, I got here full pants every day. I said, man, I thought I escaped this shit. Hey, bro. Man, that's what had me hot, I ain't gonna lie. But I appreciate him though. I love Coach.
No, that approach, because they got all the memes out and bite their kneecaps and, we'll play you anywhere. With that approach, and y'all have really embodied his personality, this team, you don't got to call no teams out, but do teams tap out when they see how physical y'all really are?
I mean, I would hope so.
But do you feel it? Like, you be in games where you be like, oh, yeah, they don't want this shit no more.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
I ain't
sure.
gonna say it, but yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that for sure, though. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just having fun.
It'd be fun, yeah.
Y'all are such a different personalities, though. Like, right now, you're just like, I know them. I'm not gonna say their names, but they know too. And then he was like, it'd be fun though. You know? And I was talking to Solomon earlier, and every time you're on TV or if you've won a championship, they ask you the question about what it's like to try to repeat, right? Or what it's like to win a championship and how do you reload for the next season. And I think it would be more difficult to be right on the cusp and not make it, right? To be in an NFC championship and have a lead in the second half and not win it. To be the #1 overall seed and have 12 damn defensive players on IR and not be able to get a stop. How difficult have the last 2 playoff losses been for y'all?
That first one was hard, I ain't gonna cap, man. Cause like, I played a big part of that, you know, cause I came out fumbled. So they scored right after that, then chain of events happened. So I think I started that. So I held that one on me for a long time. Then I know Demo talked to me after, was like, just let it go. We'll be back next year. That's in the past, like, no, you can do it better now. So he was helping me get over that for a little bit. And last year, I mean, just it is what it is. You know, stuff happens, so.
When he was being hard on himself for the fumble in San Francisco, or what made you go to him and say, hey man, you gotta let that go?
I mean, it's evident enough, but Jameer is, if not now, will be the best running back in the league. And it's no like guess to it. That moment was my opportunity to let him know, one, how much I loved and I cared for him as a person, because I know what that can do to people. And 2, I also needed him to understand that, like, this is a small fish to what, like, of how important he is gonna be to us. And I've seen people not shake that kind of stuff. We need Jameer. We all know that. And if I was to sit there and allow him to fester and him being a rookie, sitting in there and fester on something that he don't do, I was gonna be letting him down as a teammate, but like letting him down more as a brother. Like, let him know, like, I got you, whatever. Like, I'm taking him against anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it was more so like a learning moment for him to like understand, like, I can grow from this, but in the same breath, like, bro, let that shit rock out, bro. Right. You a dog, bro. You gonna be a dog to the end of it.
I love that chemistry and camaraderie, man, and it brings me to a quote. You said that he's the best back at his size in the game, and when I think about that comment, it makes me really think about running back attributes. I always look at running backs and try and compare them to running backs from different eras.
Yeah.
You remind me so much of Marshawn Lynch.
That's so crazy.
Bro.
What choice just said?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
100%.
That's crazy.
Run hard. You run like you don't want to go back home. Like, anything in your way, you go get it. And you, Jay, you remind me of CJ2K, Chris Johnson.
Yeah, heard that a lot.
Ta-ta, and get missing.
Yeah.
Like, when you guys look at the running backs from, you know, those eras before you guys, who would be, you know, guys that you would look at your game and say, it's probably a little mirror image of myself, the way I like to try to run the ball, if you can name 2 or 3 guys.
CJ, Kamara, and...
Kamara for sure, yeah.
I try to throw bits of Shady in there a little bit. Get to, yeah.
Shady didn't have your speed, but the elusiveness for sure. Yeah. What about you, D?
For me, definitely Marshawn. I try to emulate my game off of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably like my main one. And like Walter.
I never watched Walter.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but like primarily Marshawn.
Mm-hmm. How did it make you feel, though? You said Walter, being in Chicago early in your career, you know, in the building, the house that Walter basically built, Sweetness, and to be able to kind of pull from, you know, that inspiration of Walter Payton, like, how did it make you feel going there every day, pulling up?
It was my duty and my right to ensure that I needed to be at least half as close or as good as he could be. Like, his bar was so high that if I didn't look at it of me trying to chase Walter, I was disrespecting him. Because he walked in very hallways that I walked too. We were wearing a patch of his his number on our jersey. And it's crazy because I went from the best running back to the other best running back, being in Chicago to coming to Detroit. But for me, like, I took it personal. I'm like, bro, like, I'm not finna disrespect him. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's Walter Payton, bro.
Yeah, I feel like, and I'll be quick, my gift from Walter, I never got a chance to meet him, but he inspired me to get into the ball, in the ball. I was 9, and Channing might joke. In 1985, after watching the Chicago, for real? Y'all always showing out, man. After watching the 85 Bears, I was 9, and I went outside. I wanted to do everything that Walter did. And my first NFL game was at Soldier Field. Yup. It's a blessing, a good moment.
On low definition.
Face your demons.
I don't want to say be complacent, but like, do you notice you've made it? Cause you
Me?
Yes.
Hell nah.
You have made it, bro.
Nah. I can't. I'm still. Nah.
I don't want to say you're not happy, but it seems as if like you made it out of that. You made it out of your situation.
For everybody else, yeah, but not for me.
What is making it for you?
I don't know that answer yet, but it's not there yet.
My man, I love it. I love it.
I was here for the draft, and there was the Jared Goff chant, you know, and I got to talk to him today on the field. And you can obviously admire someone's game when you get a chance to watch it on all 22, but it was different to watch him go through the season and talk about leaving Los Angeles and all those things. And like, he is still questioned sometimes. What does Jared Goff mean to this team in particular?
Everything. It sounds cliche, but it's for real. Like, just work with me here. You know the one white boy that's you in the hood, but like, he just like on the outskirts a little bit, but like, he like kicking it with the black boys.
Yeah.
But when he get in there, he talking that cash money shit like he one of us. JG kind of like that. Like, he gonna let his, you know what I'm saying, hang.
Yeah.
That's like that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't really know that. JG really got some shit to him. Like, for real. Like, and that's who I want leading the troops. There's a lot of great quarterbacks. JG a dog. And he a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And I think for him, understand it, it's kind of like similar to me, I think. He don't get enough credit, or people don't like talk about him enough, or he not good enough. So like, that fuel him so much. Like, to not even to prove everybody wrong, but to prove himself right. You know what I'm saying? And I see that out of him all the time. I respect him.
Yeah, JG a dog, man. Like, he is everything to his team. Like, without him, I don't know where would we be at. But yeah, like he was saying, like, he don't get enough credit. Like, they be saying like the weapons around him, like he gotta throw the ball. Like, what you mean?
Yeah, did y'all
like, he
see
gotta
him
throw the ball.
today?
Like,
oh my God.
Bro, he was going crazy today. But like, that's my dog, bro. I'd do anything for him. That's why I rock with him.
I'm a Ross St. Brown almost beat Chan up when he came on the show.
I think I remember that too.
Yeah, like they had, like, it was like real light-skinned beef, man. It was a crazy.
There's only one finest dude in the room.
It was a crazy deal, but we watched him today, and we were talking about it when y'all sat down, bro. I think Waddle and Tyreek were banged up, right? So they weren't doing one-on-ones, but you could see the one-on-ones at the same time. Waddle and Tyreek aren't going. Amon-Ra St. Brown went 6 times, and he won every single rep. The run game is huge here. The offensive line is such a big piece of what you do. But when you have a top-tier wideout who is a dog, bro, and who is a competitor like that, how much does having Amon-Ra, someone who's not only reliable, but who is big time, mean to help you guys in the run game as well?
As much of a dog as he is catching the ball, when he don't have it, he really even more of a dog.
Come on,
like,
blocking.
For sure.
Really?
For sure. Just like one. J-Mo, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's what make us all, I can speak for our offense. Our defense, dogs too. Yeah. But our offense, everybody around us, like, are so selfless. And we want to win so bad that, like, we willing to do whatever it takes. And it start with Saint. You know what I'm saying? You see Saint, like you said, if not the best, one of the best wide receivers in the league, going to hit a 9 technique on a crack block and bringing everything with it.
He gonna do it every time. Like, he likes to do it. Like,
that fire you up, bro. As a runner, as me as a running back, as him as a running back, if I see Saint going out there to do something like that, bro, when I'm in pass protection, I better kill somebody so I can get that man the ball. what I'm saying? It's a
You
respect.
know, most receivers don't want to do that. I can name like only 3, him, Waymo, and Puka.
Yep.
Yeah, I think those 3 are the main ones that really like to get in there. But yeah, Saint, yeah, bro, he's a dog, bro.
Camp fights are coming. We were in the car. We had an over-under like 1. This is going to be a fight today. We saw like 5.
Yeah.
And you said most receivers don't do that. Who going to tell one to keep his helmet on if there is a camp fight?
J-Mo going to be J-Mo. That's him. He ain't, we let him rock out. I ain't going to lie.
Me personally, I feel like every team need one of them.
Yeah.
And he the one.
Yeah, he gonna, like when we in a slump, he's the one that bring us
He
out.
gonna turn us up.
He gonna turn us up every
Is he all
time.
the way there? Because I wouldn't turn my back on one. He's a little different, isn't he?
Different.
He is different.
You love it though. Like,
Yeah.
But you see him like he ain't scared to be himself.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people like when you get into the NFL, like the NFL is this or that, like they so in fear of like what the eye see. He do not care. Like, and I respect that out of him. And since I've got here, he's come far. Like,
Facts.
he on board now. So like the J-Mo that y'all thought y'all seen, okay, cool.
Yeah, he's grown so
y'all
much.
finna see something crazy.
So I'm proud of him. Like,
RC mentioned Amon-Ra. I want to ask you guys, you know, last year you did deal with a lot of injuries, but to see, you know, your defensive leader back, Aiden Hutchinson, just to be able to look across and see him out there practicing, moving around, like, how does that make y'all feel knowing that, you know, he's on schedule?
Bro, he's insane, bro. Like, we call him the what? Werewolf?
The werewolf.
Bro. Got to chip him every time we pass the ball, every time. Or it's just not getting off. Like, just having him back just brings so much, like, confidence to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he makes a huge difference.
I be like kind of see it from my standpoint and like Hutch a dog. And I be seeing like, I've never been on a team this loaded ever. But when you see like Pena and like Aiden going against each other, and it's like they both winning against each other, and you could just see them taking it up. It's beautiful. And like it make you like, okay, so this is what football about.
Right.
Like the best against the best, and the best getting over on the best, and the other best finna show you something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, like having Aiden back brings the team around all the way up. You know what I'm saying? But for me, bro, I just be like, I be trying to like see it from everywhere. Like when I see them two go at it, I be like, God dang.
Yeah, 58, that boy too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Coming into last year, Detroit was the very trendy pick to win the NFC, right? Because y'all were the best team. That was my opinion, right? Y'all were the best team. Y'all had the best players. Y'all had the best coaches. After not winning it, you hear more of, well, Kelvin Shepard and Johnny Moe, like, they got to show up. They lost 2 of the best coordinators in football. You know, they had a ton of injuries on defense. Aiden Hutchinson is coming back. NFC North, everybody's Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago's better. There's all of these questions now surrounding this team. What has been the main focus in this training camp for the Detroit Lions just internally about themselves?
Just getting better every day. That's the main thing. And as an offense, if we don't feel like we had the best day, making sure we step up the next day. Always try to get better. And if we don't get better that day, the next day come out and just come back stronger. So I think that's the main thing on offense.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, like I'd be more concerned if they weren't talking about us at all. I ain't really a big fan of the media. You know what I'm saying?
What you look me in my eyes for?
Nah.
Like, why? It's 2 other people sitting here that's media.
Nah, just
He too big. Don't look over here. I don't do none of that work.
Hey, hit me with the... God, nah, go ahead.
Nah, I just saying that, you know what I'm saying? I just like to work. You know what I'm saying? And I think like, and I'm not speaking of y'all, but I think like, when I know like the media like can talk about players that ain't never did nothing close to what we done did, like it drive me up a wall. So like I kind of leave it for what it is. So I think like for us, like a lot of guys we don't really care about what nobody else got to say. Like we don't care. Cause at the end of the day, if you winning or you losing, they still gonna find something to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, why do it matter?
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of the pivot in this long format is you're the voice. You know, it's not just snippets, like the fans actually get to pull up and see and hear from you guys. You know, that's why, you know, we have guests that want to come on, and that's why we have guys that we want to chop it up with, so people can get to see that part of you. So my question is one of my favorite questions on the show I always ask, biggest pivot. what's your biggest pivot in life? That's that moment you can look back on and say, without this happening or because this happened for me, I am who I am today.
Probably when my aunt passed away back in 2020. That struck me hard. I had a couple months to get over that. I was with her every day in the summer, every summer. We were just so close. It was just, like, it was crazy. It was like, she wasn't even like my aunt. Like, she was like my sister, you know? Like, we was just always together, always laughing, always joking. Like, we used to play this game, and when she was, like, driving, like, every time we see a Mustang, it was about Mustang. Then, like, whoever got the 10 wins, like, just some goofy shit. And then my first car, I wanted a Mustang just because of her. And, yeah, I think that was the biggest thing.
For me, probably when I was in 7th grade, going into 8th grade, and there was this wrestling coach named Coach Meddings, and I was coming from a different school. We were running laps around the field, and I came straight from a track meet, so I didn't have no cleats. And I'm running on the outside track where everybody else running on the inner field, and I'm running around lapping everybody, and everybody like, who is this? Go through the season, at the end of the season, Coach Meddings looked at me, he was like, no bullshit. He said, you good, but you're not good enough to make it. And I said, oh yeah, for sure. He started reading off of like the statistics of like, this percentage of people make it, this percentage of people don't. Like, he basically was telling me like, stop smelling myself. I'm like, all right, bet. I'll show you something. So, I showed him.
Right.
How much do you think about bench turnage?
Often. He was a hero back where we was from. You know what I'm saying? Fast, but like, didn't look like it. He was like gliding. It almost looked like his feet wouldn't touch the ground when he was running. But like high-spirited. My oldest brother's like closest friend. Really, really great human, and had an unfortunate thing happen to him.
We've been talking about like bye weeks, right? And what should people, like, who would you watch on a bye week? Like, we talked to Jameis. It was a long answer. let's just say that, you know. Bijan said he watches all the good running backs. So he mentioned y'all. Who else was it? Saquon. He was like, I watch all the good running backs to see what they're doing. Give us 3 or 4 teams or players you would watch on a bye week when you were home.
Over the Eagles. I wouldn't even watch a lot of football. I ain't gonna cap. I'll put on like YouTube clips, like the YouTube highlights. I'll put that on and then just skim through every game that came on. That's
really?
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. Yeah, that's
I got you.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Players, my first was Bucky Irvin.
Cold, yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa. He can go.
Yeah, he cold-blooded.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I would watch Chuba.
Yeah. Carolina.
I wasn't really looking at the guys that everybody like talking about. Like, I want to look at the guys who in the mud work. Like, the guys who coming on, but like, I want to know why they coming on. Because I felt like I was always in that position.
Yeah.
Like Kyron, like those kind of guys who don't
Los
really
Angeles?
get. Yeah, like ain't getting a ton of notoriety, but like they hooping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to like, ooh, they like, this what they doing. Like, this how they, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of try to look at those guys, like the top guys, they the top guys, you know what I'm saying? But I be looking at other guys too.
He said that you're going to be the guy. Bijan actually said the same thing. He said, he's like, me and Jameer are cool. And he's like, and we know that like, we have to be the running backs for this era that set up the next generation of running backs. How much does it matter to you that, the other guy in your class thinks so highly of you that both of you sort of have a responsibility and a duty to hold it down so the next generation of backs who can catch the ball, who can run the ball, can be taken care of the way they're supposed to contractually?
Yeah, that's my dog. I've known him since high school, All-American game. First time I met him, was chopping it up. Yeah, he was real cool. Then we just stayed tapped in throughout the years. You know, Coach Choice, you know, he coached me at Tech. He went to Texas. He was trying to get me to come there with him, but I was like, nah, I ain't trying to do that, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, us being the 2 running backs to set up everybody for the future, I don't really think about it like that. I'm just trying to play. Like, I just enjoy the ball. Like, I just like having fun, bro. Yeah. Like, I ain't even gonna cap. Like, I just like playing, making people miss, just being out there with my brothers hooping, so.
When y'all watch our boys play, you watching, Bucky, you watching your homeboys.
Yeah.
Can y'all get a play and say, Coach, we need to put this in?
Nah.
Yeah, nah.
You don't ever bring nothing to the facility, coach.
I feel like we already got some shit. Like,
we got a lot.
We already got
we ain't
enough.
trying to put nothing else in.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Hey, honestly, people watching they tape like, hey, coach, we got to put that in.
Yeah, I've heard that a couple times. So yeah, we watch y'all. Yeah, we got this from y'all.
Yeah.
So.
They can keep it.
What can we expect from the two of you, and most importantly, the Detroit Lions in 2025?
I think from the Detroit Lions, what I expect, we want the big thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just like everybody else, but like, we want the big thing for real.
Like I said before, I never won anything like that, so that would be very special to me to do that.
Well, man, we appreciate you boys sitting in here with no air condition.
Boy, what?
You know, fighting through it with us.
Bussin'.
Hey, walking would be hell in here. Walking would be crazy. Oh my God.
Nah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I do love the relationship. I love the way that both of you guys play. But I think it's inspiring for people to be able to see that you can root for your homeboy, you can be selfless, and also be successful individually as well as collectively. Man, best of luck this season, man. We appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all for having
Yes, sir. Hey, Chan, Demo would have ran you over.
Outside zone.
Here's the thing is, he wider than you think he is. He got wide shoulders.
No,
You know what I mean?
Their favorite play.
Yeah, he got wide shoulders.
Inside zone and power.
Whatever they get now.
You know what we didn't ask too, and because I was trying. When y'all was doing some just passing, saw a little slot. You know what I mean? Saw you in the slot. I seen a little pony personnel. Also too, I'm up patting this shirt, and you know y'all could just I give y'all some money off of it, right? It's gonna say 0 to 5 real quick, and I'm gonna have y'all pictures on it. So I'm gonna just need y'all to sign off on it. You know what I mean? So y'all can 0 to 5 real quick,
That's
right?
hard, though.
That's cool. Y'all, yeah, see?
That's on y'all, man.
Yeah, y'all can have that. Yeah, y'all can.
You
Yeah,
see
y'all
him
can have
busting
it.
on the neck, though.
I see that.
My mom used to say, if you can hide, you can hear.
All right, here you go. Mine on my neck, yours on your teeth. You trying to hide them. I seen him in the back in the cat.
It's a gift from God.
Yeah, amen to that.
Last time y'all saw Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb, forever. What about check?
That was on sale. 99 cents. You don't get a soda under $1 nowadays.
I don't even get a soda, bruh.
99 cents.
Why you drink soda?
Cause I enjoy it.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you.
You can't. Ginger ale. But that goes in the drink.
What's the difference? It's sugar.
I
You
don't.
drink coffee?
Not really.
You don't drink no caffeine?
I can go.
It's caffeine with sugar.
I mean,
Do you know that people think carbonation is bad? Like seltzer water.
I drink.
Yeah, I drink club soda all the time.
Love club soda. Like
drink,
carbonation is not bad.
It's the sugar that.
It's the sugar. But then you drink.
Pivot Performance Energy. No sugar.
I would drink the shit.
The carbonation was increased.
Listen, I
So
got
I
a
can hit the
Celsius.
back
When
of your
Pivot
throat.
Performance Energy comes out, I'm gonna have me a Pivot
Pause.
with me all the time.
Good.
Oh, he got a shirt on.
Oh, he ain't naked today.
I am shocked.
At least I got a shirt on.
He got a shirt on today.
What's up?
Balls in his hair.
What up?
And I'm-
Everybody,
hey, man,
that's our next.
don't slap my hand hard
What
like
up?
that.
What up?
Yeah, y'all.
What's up, big
You
dog?
good?
Why big dudes always slap their hands so hard,
I ain't
man?
slap your hand hard. It's a
No,
little tap.
I made sure you didn't, because after you almost broke Chan wrist,
Because they work out a
I
lot.
wasn't finna be part of that.
Mine's shaking right now.
Nah, chill. I ain't do that bad.
How can you be so nasty and pleasant at the same time, bro?
Talk to me about what? Like slapping somebody's hand?
Nah. I mean, like, you're a dog, nasty on the field. Like, you
sure.
get to it, and then, like, you just pleasant and just full of energy and life and positivity and all that good stuff.
I mean, well, I done like been around a lot. Like I done been around. Like when I came into the league, I was like the last of that breed. I still got to be around, like the Richie Incognitos, like the Pounceys, LaShawn McCoy, right? So I kind of learned. But you could be a dog and still be a good dude, right? Like Richie, like that was my guard. You know, and Richie was the worst of what everybody would say. And then I seen him like with his family, and I'm like, this dude is he a good dude. Like he don't have to keep that cape on like all day. Like he could be who he is on the field and still be a cool, calm dude that everybody loves off. You know, I kind of just took it.
Voice you hear, the person you see is Buffalo Bills Pro Bowl tackle Deion Dawkins. This is Channing Crowder. This is Fred Taylor. I'm Ryan Clark. Pivot fam, thank you for always pivoting with us. There's obviously Josh Allen, right? That's the first name that we all talk about, we all think of when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. And it's very rare that a tackle can become one of the faces of a franchise, but you've done that.
Right.
And I think it's through stellar play, but also who you've been in the Buffalo community, back home in your community in Jersey. You got a tattoo on your left hand.
I do.
What is it? 0.001%. 1%.
Yeah.
It would seem that you were destined for this. Why do you have that tattoo, and what does it remind you every time you see it?
I usually can't see it because where it is. It's there. I don't look at it. I just know that it's there. But I got it, and what it means is when you get into the league, they tell you, like, you're the 0.%. All right, you done did it. From the people that I have around me that were actually good people, then they say, it's not about getting into the league, it's about getting your first contract. Got to get your first deal. You got to get your first deal. Then you'll be okay. I was like, all right, that's a goal. I hit the goal. And then I'm like, all right, what's next? Let's do it again. So I've had a couple of big deals where I'm like, boom, 0.%, now it turns into 0.01%. And then it's just like, all right, every one, you could just keep adding a zero. So that's kind of what it is. And I done learned from seeing so many that a lot of people come in and they're gone. Like, I done had so many names in the building at the Bills. Like, it seemed like Buffalo was like everybody's last stop. And I was like, damn, like, there's so many people that come through here, and it's like, that's really like who that is? Oh, that was the guy that was the superstar at Ohio State? He's here just walking around normal, like, don't nobody? And then it was just like, cool. All right, I don't want to be that. I don't just want to get one deal. I don't just want to get two. I really don't just want to get three. Shoot, I'll shoot and for 4. And then we'll talk about that as the body answers if I can go for 5.
And on that, right, you're talking about the 1% or the 0.001%. All of us are athletes, right? And we all have that moment when we realize we're special, we're different.
Right.
When was that moment for you?
That's a good question. Man, I knew that I was different from yay high, you know? Like, I knew that I was different from me understanding that we have a snow day in school, and instead of staying in the house and playing video games, I was going outside to make money shoveling snow. And looking at that and feeling that, and then still being able to come back home late and get on the game, and the guys are still on the game. And I'm like, oh, well, I made some money today, and now I can go and play the game and kick y'all behinds in 2K or Call of Duty, and now I can go and invest more in myself, which I like. I like stuff, so, you know, and as a bigger dude, I had to do different things. Black t-shirts, I had to get multiple ones. I don't want them dingy. And I gotta get shorts, you know, I gotta get the accessories, I gotta get the ballies. Like, I was always trying to find a way to, you know, not stick out, but just to show, like, you can be the big dude in the room and you not stinky, you don't, like for real. Cause like, but you think about it. If you get in the elevator and there's a big dude, a small dude, a skinny dude, and a girl, and somebody smells something, everybody gonna look at the big dude first, like, oh, damn, this big boy, he stink. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, they stink, you know what I'm saying? Like, he stink. You know, not me. No. So, you know, got some extra dollars, I'm gonna go buy some cologne.
Right.
So when you smell me, I look, Dion always smell good. You know, just something small, but that's how my mind was. And I guess that's kind of when I realized that I was different, but also that's when people were telling me that I was different. Like, oh, Dion, but you different, bro, and you different. And then I went to high school. In high school, then I specifically took a graphics arts class that nobody was really going after because it wasn't cool. Like, nobody was like, oh, I don't want to make no pamphlets. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna make business cards. So I went to graphic arts and mindset of, all right, I want to learn how to do this, cut with the machine and the stencils and everything to make business cards. And it was like, and then the computer part of it. And I was like, well, it can only help. Why not?
Crazy, I saw you and Tunsil standing next to each other at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
And these are other big dudes I talk to like this, like, y'all big ass cute niggas throw me off.
Yo, that's crazy.
Like, cause Tunsil, like, y'all walk in like little dudes, and I'll be like, no, nigga, you 350, bro.
Skinny
like,
dudes trapped in a big dude body.
That's how you feel. Also, you know, just looking into it, knowing you come to sit down with us, like, you tried some different things. You got in trouble as a kid, you know what I'm saying? You was, you know, trying to sell drugs and all. Were you trying to, like, find yourself as that big dude? Were you trying to figure, like, speak on that where, you're so confident in yourself right now, but that journey from what you talking about, the little shorties shoveling snow, figuring out who you were.
Yeah, I mean, well, I could dive. How deep you want me to dive? All right, well, look, I mean, I'm from Jersey, right? And, you know, Jersey, you got New York, you got Elizabeth, you got Newark, you got Jersey City, you got Camden, you got Philly. You look at all those places, if you look at the crime rate, it's high, all in between. It's a lot of different nooks, a lot of different dark areas to hide, a lot of small streets, a lot of big streets, a lot of places where you could, you know, figure out and cause some trouble. And figuring out what version of Deion I wanted to be definitely came with a lot of mistakes. It definitely came with a lot of eye-opening experiences, right? Like, I'm very aggressive when I have to be. I'm a fighter. I still box. I still train MMA. Like, I'm very aggressive. Like, I like physical
confrontation.
Like, I'm a gladiator. You know, I was light-skinned, so for real. And I was light-skinned. And
tell them about that.
And I'm going to keep it a buck. I was a big light-skinned kid with swag. So when you're young and you don't got facial hair, people could call you soft or look at this big, sweet dude or da-da-da. And I'm like, all right, well, what's sweet about this? And then we put our hands up and then we knuckle up. I got to figure out how to be big, but also have the person of he's not to be messed with, but he's also a good dude. It was so many different Rubik's Cube, like, combinations that I had to, like, figure out. I figured selling drugs, which was only a small, and I don't even like talk about this, but like selling drugs, and I mean like little weed bags, little dime bags of weed, $10 bags, that's where I started. And when I made one of my first sales, and it was somebody that was in my grade, and I looked at him and I was like, damn, like he's on a basketball team. I'm selling weed to him, and I'm on a football team. I said, what the hell am I doing, right? So that was a fast transition that this is not where I'm supposed to be. And then getting into group fights, right? Group fights where you can call them gang fights and stuff like that. I'm the muscle. Mm-hmm. Everybody want me to be the first one to knock the door in or knock somebody out or big dog. This is where your Super Bowl is. And I'm like, what? This is corny. I gotta be the first one to do this, and I'm the biggest one in the room, and they all gonna see my big behind swinging, and everyone else is down here while I'm like up here. I'm basically a skyscraper in the middle of
a trailer park.
Right, a trailer park, right? And I'm like, this is not it. I'm just gonna get myself in more trouble. I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb in an area that I should not be sticking out as a sore thumb. My cousin B-Boy, he was who I grew up with. B-Boy was the bigger light-skinned dude that went down that path, all the way through the path, through jail and through the gangs and through this. And then I'm looking at it and then B-Boy is telling me, well, Deion, yeah, it's fun, it's cool. Like, it seems cool, but it's really not. And look at me, right? And I'm your family and I'm telling you this. Like, look at me. And I'm like, I love you. Like, but like, you that guy, right? And I'm a kid. And he's like, but look at this scar. Look at this stab wound. I got shot here. The police hit me and I got a scar on my head. Like, you don't want, but like all that, and we light skinned. So all them scars and all that stuff, it's gonna show. Straightforward, it's gonna show. And figuring out which version of Deion, I went through those and I was like, those are whack. And not to disrespect anybody, but it just wasn't for me. Like, I could be funny, I could be cool, I could have a beautiful family, I could have a girl, I could do so many like other things than, you know, beating somebody up and selling drugs. And this was the more funner part.
Once you started to sort of garner the attention, right, and the media started to flock to you because you knew you'd get a funny answer, you knew you'd get an engaging answer, you knew if you had to be emotional, you'd be emotional. You know, that's when I started paying attention to the left tackle of the Buffalo Bills. That's when you became Deion Dawkins. One of the things that I respected a lot about you, and you telling those stories made it stick out to me, was the Players Tribune article about your brother.
Which one?
Eric.
Creek. Yep.
You know, and saying that, listen, the one thing that he did, because it was in New Jersey, here is the punishment it carried. But he's a human, and he has 4 beautiful boys. And I love listening to you say that, but hearing you talk about the things that you did, how much does it weigh on you what Kareem had to deal with and the sentence served in jail for the one thing when you did all of those things, but you found grace?
It made me like realize that luck does play a part in life. And having more positives and having negatives plays a part of life. And it also tells that, you know, God is real and God puts you through things and puts things around you for the creation of what is. And I think about that because, you know, like my brother could have been this, or it could have been this way, or it could have been that. But looking at how it all turned out, it's just like we could come from the same place and choose one thing and it could take you on this highway this way, or you could choose one thing, it could take you on a highway this way, just off of a split decision of I'm gonna go here today, or I'm gonna stay right here, or, you know, I'm gonna go read this, or I'm gonna go play this, or I'm gonna go shovel instead of, you know, breaking into houses. And I'm glad that I'm the youngest, because there's also a statistic, it's something crazy, like 1 in every 3 black men like will end up incarcerated or something and like that. In my family, there's 4 boys and 1 girl. So in that statistic, I just ended up on the pluser side, but still was in the wrong side because I still got locked up. The luck of it just was in my favor. But the good thing is my brother has me, you know? So even with all of his fails and the stuff that I don't even see as fails, but just the ups and downs of life, he still has little big bro to, you know, to keep that pillar so he don't fall over.
The baby? Is that what they call you? But
they try.
Yeah.
They try to say, oh, the baby, that's the baby. I ain't no baby. I ain't no baby, bro. I ain't no little nothing. I ain't no little baby. Ain't no I'm snow, man. Dark is dark.
But how does that feel, though? Like you saying, your brother got you, but he still had to do the time.
Yeah.
Like, you have all that money, all that fame, everybody knows they love you. You really can't control that. It's almost, is it like survivor's remorse or something in you where, bruh, you hit them for 100 milli already. I count people's pockets. I go online and look at contracts.
you like that girl that counted Aaron Gordon net worth for the date?
I go to net worth.
Yeah, and they
I
count
look
pockets.
at Deion Dawkins' net worth.
Yeah.
And you still can't control those things. Like, how hard is that?
It's the hardest because, you know, like we're already at a disadvantage in life, right? As being a black man. I understand how the world is. It's gonna happen regardless. It's really just how you handle it. You just have to just realize anything can happen at any point in time, and it's not about the action, it's about what happens after the action. What are we going to do? This is not the end result. This is just reality for right now. What's happening today don't have nothing to do with 6 months down the line if you have a plan. But if you live in it, it'll be the same end result 6 months later. But I had a good group of people around me. Like Ernesto, he's a great dude. I walked in with him. He just understands. My sister, she just understands, right? Like my mother, she was a huge support system in my life. And then I had a couple of people that, you know, just had at my back. But when it comes to the survivor's remorse thing, and I don't even know the true definition, but if survivor's remorse is almost like, what? Like you survived, but it's like you're at a negative that you survived, right?
It's a negative feeling about being the one who made it.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
No facts.
Yeah.
For sure. And that happens every day of my life still. I hate to say this, but in a lot of ways, it could suck being the one. And I think about it all of the time. And then, but I like took it there. So now I gotta get those feelings about my dad, because I don't ever really speak of this. And when he see it, he gonna know. Damn, it's like winning is what they wanted to see, but now that I've won, it's hard to see it. And
What do you mean? Can you explain that? You saying your dad seeing you win is hard to see?
a lot of people, my dad included, but he's the top of the spear. Growing up, my dad worked hard. He was a hard and working man. I know he wanted the best for me, right? I want you to win. You're the one, Deion. Go ahead and do it. Da-da-da-da-da. But now that I'm in the position, it's almost like you wanted me to be in the position because you didn't do it. And now that I'm in the position, you want to control me like a puppet and make me do everything that you could have did, right? Or everything that you wish you could have did, instead of just taking it into the chin like, my son made it, I'm gonna help him in any way that I can and not bring nothing that I had with me to solve my problems and to solve her problems and his and cousin and this and uncle and auntie and this and all these problems. But instead, I'm proud of you, son, which he never says. I'm proud of you, son. I love you, son. You did it. Great job. It's, well, we got to do this. Oh, this needs to be paid for. This needs to be done. As a man, but that hurts, right? And that hurts. Now, when I think of the word survivor's remorse, that's where my mind goes to. I made it, but now am I a slave because I made it?
Damn.
Right? Like, am I a slave now because I've made it? And time will always tell. And it's not to say that he's wrong, but the men that my culture has been raised from, they've been damaged from who they've been raised from. And we're a product of them. For example, like, I have a therapist. I speak about my rights. I speak about my wrongs. I speak about how to love. I speak about females. I speak about their emotions. Like, I understand the parts of life that make life, you know, like our generation, and y'all not old, but like there's a generation step, a little gap, right? Like, y'all are still the OGs, but like it goes, you know, y'all, then it goes, then it goes, and now we got the babies, the Jaden Daniels, like fresh, like it's a whole different course. Like, these guys got NILs, like they don't know nothing what we went through. I'm using that as an example of who I was raised from and what I was cultured by, and my life of what I'm a product of, and they were damaged, so now they don't know how to break that damage, and now it's falling over.
Right. Speaking about survivor's remorse, you guys lose to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. And then a week or so after, Josh wins the MVP.
MVP.
Right. Do you think Josh felt a case of survivor's remorse, or do you think he would trade in that MVP for a win right there? I'm just trying to figure out what Josh is really like. Because we see this amazing athlete in person on the outside, but you're there, you're blocking for him, you're in the locker room, you get to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Like, I want to kind of paint a picture of who Josh really is.
So I'll start with, would Josh trade the MVP for a win?
For that particular win, the AFC Championship.
I mean, I would say yes, but then I would tell him no, right? He's the most valuable player. That's a self-award when it comes down to it. Like, it's not a team award. It's a team award within a self-award. Josh is the MVP of the league. That's an individual award. That's not a Super Bowl, which is the team. So no, I wouldn't want Josh to trade that in for that win. Us as a team had to do better to get that win, not Josh Allen. Like, the line could have maybe pushed a little harder. Maybe he could have reached a little further. But no, I would tell Josh to keep his MVP, because you did that. You're that guy. You are the league's MVP. And for the win part, us as a whole, we could have did better for you to help you win and to help you push that forward. And Josh, of course, so for you to know more about Josh, Josh would say, I'll trade it in immediately. I'll trade it in right now, because that's Josh. How Josh is as a teammate, Josh is one of those ones, and he doesn't try to be something that he's not, and I respect him for it. He's a goofball, he's funny, he likes to make jokes. You know, he's a prankster. Like, Josh is a prankster. Like, that's what Josh do. He'll say something and be like, huh, what'd you? Like, dang, like, I can't even have a conversation. But it's funny to him, and if you first meet him, you'll be like, all right, I gotta be careful around Josh. But then it's just like, that's just like who he is. He's a worker. He's really a worker, and he works in his own way. Like, you got some like quarterbacks that'll go and deadlift 500 pounds. Josh is not doing that. Josh is not going in 6 a.m. to lift 500 pounds. No, he doesn't have to. And he knows that he doesn't have to for him to be the version of Josh that we need as a teammate. He's a good fit for what's going on in Buffalo. People say, like, is it this year or bust, or Super Bowl or bust, or da-da-da-da-da. Everybody don't have to be Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady to be that guy or to be in the Hall of Fame. And if in our world, the height is the Hall of Fame, if Josh wins one Super Bowl, y'all will be saying that regardless. Like, he don't have to win every single year like how some of these QBs do and are blessed to do. But they have a lot of luck. They have a lot of swag. They have a lot of personality. Everything usually goes in their way. But we just need one. Josh just needs one. Josh understands that we need to start with just getting one. And he's our leader.
Patrick Mahomes is different, right? When you have a conversation about Patrick Mahomes, you have a conversation about Joe Montana. And then that conversation eventually leads to Tom Brady, who's the GOAT of the game based on what he accomplished as an individual. And like you said, what his teams were able to accomplish around him. During Tom Brady's time, though, Ben Roethlisberger was in the AFC. He got 2. Joe Flacco was able to get 1. Peyton Manning was able to get 2. So it's like you said, you don't have to be Patrick Mahomes, but you got to get 1. What do the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen have to do to just get 1 Super Bowl?
Myles Garrett. No, I'm kidding.
Hell of a promo.
Where's Myles at?
Shoot your shot.
Where's Myles?
I like that. Shoot your shot.
Where's Myles? I wish I had the answer. We know how to knock on the door. We know how to bang on the door. We do have the key to open it, but we just, I don't know, man. It's a tough world. It's a tough battle every year because we go the distance, all the way through the distance. Oh, the Bills can't do it. They don't have the receivers. They don't have Stephon Diggs. They don't have Gabe Davis. They don't have this guy. Oh, how's this running back going to do? Oh, they have a new offensive line, a new center. We have a new, and the tight end is down, this and that. Micah Hyde and Poyer's gone, blah, 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 blah. We fight against the odds, and we still figure out a way to knock and bang on the door. We're only 1 game away every single year from getting into the show. And I wish that I could say we need 1 person or we need that, but I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Do y'all hate Kansas City?
Nah.
Like how much do you have to? You gotta hate Kansas City a little bit. Like Patrick Mahomes' new haircut gotta annoy you.
I don't even know what he looked like. I don't even know what he looked like.
But he said something and it threw me off. We were talking to somebody one time. He was like, I would rather not go to the Super Bowl or get far in the playoffs and lose. I might well just go 3-14 and just be sorry than get that far. Do you feel that way? Like every, bro, I don't want your big ass to come over here by my chair, but every year, bro, y'all grind and y'all,
No, nobody won't be sorry. First off, let me be very honest, Dion. I've never said I wanted to be 3 and
I would rather not go to the Super Bowl and lose. I would rather go to the Super Bowl and not lose.
I would rather not go to the Super Bowl than go to the Super Bowl and lose it, is what I said.
I want to go no matter what. Shoot, like you got to get in the dance. Like that's like saying, oh, I went to the Jay-Z brunch the first time and I ain't like it. So I ain't finna go no more because I'm not gonna like it again because the room is just whatever. In my mind and thinking about it. I wanna be in the dance. I wanna be in the dance. I wanna enjoy it. I wanna be there. I wanna say that I've been there. I wanna say I've been there and won. I wanna say I've been there and won. I wanna say I've been there and won. I wanna say I've been there and never lost. But you gotta get there to have that chance. Even thinking about going there and losing, that's a losing mindset. I wanna be there to have a chance to win because once you're there, you have a chance. And why not have a chance?
You do realize why it hurts so bad, right?
For sure.
Because here's why it hurts so bad. Every team that gets to the Super Bowl thinks they're the best team in the world. Why wouldn't you think that, right? It's the reason you got there, right? Because you think you're the best team in the world. So for 2 weeks, all you think about is winning. All you think about is how to win, right? What I have to do to win. You're never watching film, and you know this. Like, you're one of the best left tackles in the world, right? When you watch a film, you say, okay, that's how I'm gonna get my win there. Okay, that's how I gotta counter that. But everything is you being on the offensive, right? Even though you are a guy who plays backpedaling like I did sometimes. And so when you lose it, it's like, frick. The first time that you recognize there's a possibility to lose the Super Bowl is when you lose it.
For sure, I can see that.
But Teddy Bruschi, who has lost a Super Bowl and he lost an AFC championship, he says losing an AFC championship hurts more to him because you never even get the chance to be in the Super Bowl. You never get to be the chance to win the whole thing. As someone who lost the AFC championship this year to the Kansas City Chiefs, what was your feeling immediately after that loss, and has it changed any now?
The immediate feeling was, it's over. What can we do? We lost. Time to go home. And now, with the time, it's like we would have put on a better show in the Super Bowl. We would have put on a better show. And shoot, I am a part of my team. So I think my team is gonna put on the best show regardless of anybody performing. We are the ones. We're raw, our quarterback is raw, our line is raw, D-line is raw, we are the Raws. We put on the best show. And we perform at a high level. And I think now looking at it, it's like, when it happened, I was like, been here before, 13 seconds, it sucks. You know, like we lost again. In one game away, boo-hoo, you know, but it's over with. I walked off of the field, I gave Chris Jones a hug. I said, good luck, bro, go and get another one. And it was over with. I closed that door immediately. My mind was immediately off from that. When we got on the bus, I ain't complain about nothing. I didn't say we should have did this. It was over with. I was already done. I said, cool, I'm home. I'm going back to Buffalo. The season's over. I don't got to get up and go to practice or work out in the morning. It's over with. And now, after going to the Super Bowl and seeing it and feeling those emotions, you know, I'm like, damn, this is us. Like we would have did this. Not to say that we would have like went in there and just beat the Eagles, because it would have been we would have had a chance, and we would have had a better chance in my eyes.
Bro, what the hell did Joe Brady do to that team? Because you've been there for a while.
Joe Brady.
When Joe came in, that shit changed, man.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he sparked us up.
But what, like, cause you an offensive dude. What did he do? Cause Josh wasn't as, like, Josh is a dog, but Josh made more plays. He limit turnovers. Y'all start, like, what did Joe Brady bring?
Joe Brady brought the palm trees to Buffalo. Joe Brady's a Florida boy, you know, and he brought that swag with him. He brought that energy with him. You know, like he could relate and have a real personality conversation with James Cook, because James Cook ain't like Khalil Shakur. You know, they two different dudes, you know. Joe Brady is one of them dudes that Florida Jit. You understand? Florida Jit. Joe Brady, like, he gonna be one of the guys. Yeah. And we can relate and vibe with him and talk smack to him and, yo, look at them shoes and, you know, are we gonna run the ball or, you know, like, what's your plan? And it be calm, cool, and collect when, like, you know, like sometimes, but you have a coordinator or you have people in the building that, like, not you scared to talk to, but you can't talk to. You don't have no relationship and there ain't no bridge to connect us. And Brady is one of those guys that there's a nice bridge that connects us. And that's why I enjoy seeing, like, the younger coaches come in and that, because we can relate to those guys so much more than we could relate to the guy who coached in the 90s, or, like, we don't know them dudes. Like, you, like, but, like, you talking about flashcards and there's names on the flashcard like Dolly Parton. Who the hell is Dolly Parton? Right? Like, who is Dolly Parton?
You want your check to be Rihanna.
Talk about Riri. Talk about Beyonce. I'm gonna know exactly what I gotta do. I gotta backpedal and drop a boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know Dolly Parton. Like, come on, son. Like, Dolly Parton, okay. Like, what we talking about?
Shoot, Joe Brady changed LSU too, though.
See?
Yeah, he came there,
culture.
fresh fade.
See?
Fresh fade, he had on the J's. A whole different thing.
That's the bridge.
Yeah.
And you gotta be able to be the bridge to relate to so many different avenues of the world. Like, we got Josh, he Cali boy that went to Wyoming, and he's able to talk to a Florida boy coach. James Cook, Georgia, it's there. Deion, Jersey, Spencer, Iowa. Like, he has all of those. All right, I could be in this room, I could be in this room, I could be in this room, and I could be myself without faking that I'm a part of those rooms. But, like, when you got the culture and you have the swag of the world, like, you're not an outsider. McDermott now, like, yo, he that boy. like McD, that's my dog. Like, he got J's on in practice. McD got J's on in practice.
Yeah.
And when a young guy is coming into the building for the first time and he's like, I want to play my career here, and he sees his head coach with J's on, he like, man, McDermott cool. I don't know him yet, but I know he cool. He got a Van Cleef on. and some J's. Like, it's just the hidden details, right? Yeah. And he supports. That's what Joe Brady did. Like he supports the guys. Like, I have my own clothing brand. So does Mac Hollins, and so does D Ham, right? Like, we'll give everybody hats and we'll give everybody hoodies and shirts and da-da-da. He'll put the hat on. He'll throw it on. Cool. And be like, you already know. Like, and I'm like, I like that. I appreciate that because I need it. Shoot, I need you to sing for me. Put the hat on. And he does it normally. So that's that bridge, and that's what he did. You know, he came in and he didn't try to, you know, reinvent nothing, you know? Immediately, he turned it from Dolly Parton to Rihanna.
Does he wear 6 rings though, Chan? That's the question.
Hey man, six rings ain't okay.
I don't really like no 6 rings.
6 rings though. They made me buy these expensive sons of bitches, but
Jordans you talking about?
the Jordan 6 rings with the little 3 straps.
They all right. Like, they just not my favorite. But he don't do that though. Joe Brady or McDermott don't do that. So I don't know what's going on over here.
So with that shit, it's not about the X's and O's. Joe Brady, you called it a bridge a couple times. He calls a good offense, but it was bigger than that.
It's bigger than it, because regardless of football, everybody runs left, everybody runs right, everybody runs inside zone, everybody runs outside zone, everybody throws play action, quick passes, deep passes, screens. It's all the same thing. So we, as the gladiators, we got to believe what the guy is talking about. Yeah. And for a lot of us, in Buffalo, it's a lot of, not characters, but we have a lot of, like, you got me, Diggs, it was Josh, it was Gabe, it's Cook, it's Mac Hot, like all these guys that have personality, like D-Ham, like personalities, like where we're loud and we're comfortable in who we are. And then we see a coach who's comfortable in who he is, where he's like, oh, I'm a coach in the league and I don't have to come in here with a button-up shirt because we have a game tomorrow. No, I'm gonna put on my Essentia hoodie and I'm gonna have my J's on and I'm comfortable just like my guys. Yeah. And we all are gonna go into battle with our job at hand. And if you gonna say we gonna run left, we gonna run left.
There's that culture of trust, relatability. I've seen you do a beautiful pregame speech when you ask all of the guys who you gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, get into that. Like, where did that derive and what do you exactly mean when you ask the guys that?
It's really, you create your own narrative. In the world that we live in, you can create your own narrative. And you can sing your own song, you can preach your own preach. And when it's time to put the helmet on, you can't lie. It's gonna tell itself. Who you gonna be? You wanna be the tough guy in practice because you're beating on scout team guys and you're making it look all good? Well, who you gonna be today? Because I wanna see it. I wanna see it. I know who I'm gonna be. Y'all know who I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be the funny guy, the smiles, the laugh, the great energies. But when I put the helmet on, it's darkness. I'm Tasmanian Devil. You know, like I'm coming to wreck shop. So when I'm asking who you gonna be, one, I'm specifically pointing at the people who I want to see be who I want them to be. So when you look at the video, I'm pointing. I'm skipping over. I want the ones that matter in this moment to have a chance to be their true version of themselves, to be that, because we need it. And nobody really gets asked that question, right? Like, who you want to be?
Right.
I want to be Deion Dawkins. Who is that? You know, Deion's the guy who takes care of his family. Deion's the guy that helps people out. Deion's the guy that enjoys making people smile. That's who I want to be today. Can you answer that? Who you gonna be? I didn't think about it, but that's a great question. Like, you ain't even got no answer. So I want to know, especially when we all wearing the same jersey.
Like the violence thing.
Yeah.
And like you said, I put the helmet on, I turn to a different person. Do you ever have a trouble turning that switch off? And as a team captain, do you know like guys that can turn the switch on? Because I play with dudes that have trouble turning the switch off as well. You see guys get in trouble because they have feeling. Like that switch, I've tried to explain to people about football players for years. Do you ever have trouble turning that off or turning it on or seeing a trouble with guys turning that damn switch on?
All the time. Me personally, with 9 years in, I know how to turn it on and off because I've had the practice and I was taught how to turn it on and off. And I've learned ways to turn it on and off. But I see it every year. There's new guys that develop the permanently off switch or the permanently on switch. And every year you see it. And yes, not to say that it's scary because I see more guys that don't know how to turn it off, but I see a lot of guys that don't know how to turn it off. And to tell you the truth, I see a lot of guys who don't know how to turn the lifestyle off more than that gladiator. And I think that's more dangerous than the gladiator.
That's a bar.
because you want to keep that on switch of the lifestyle on while everything else is off. No.
At the club, at the...
In
life.
In life. Club, life, cars, jewelry, clothes, girls. The more girls you got, the more expensive life is. Just to keep it real. And it's sad because like you could talk to them, you keep talking to them. Some people listen, but when they really are on the lifestyle, when the switch is on for that lifestyle, the only way they could turn it off is when they're forced to turn it off with no more funds to keep it on. And it's sad because you see it, and then you have some of the guys that are so afraid of it that they just stay fully away from it. But yeah, I do see it. But I'm personally me, I've learned how to hit my switch on and off early. I said, okay, off. I do not want to get in trouble. Off. And mine is not even a switch. I push. It's a on and off.
It's 2025. You can do that. Also, too, man, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the speech and see who you skipped over. Like, I don't really care who you pointed to. That's like,
looking at a dude and doing this.
I know you ain't gonna play, but you.
Show me
what you gonna do. Hey, you only gonna play somebody you hurt, but you gotta start.
Because look, it wasn't a Dolphins game. It was and I'm for sure it was a Dolphins game.
Right.
And like those is conference games. So all the dudes that really need to show up, bro, these are conference games. The easiest way to get into the playoffs is win your conference.
Right.
Then you win your conference. Facts.
Yeah.
And so I want to look. We here, but there's no more hiding. There's no more nothing. We all hot, Who are you today? Who are you? And who are you? Because I want to see it.
Hey,
we're out here in the middle.
That's like Samaji P. Ryan.
He still has. We don't need you to be nobody today.
I know since you said you ain't see it. That's like Patrick Mahomes was dabbing people off after the game. Hey, dog, we gonna be back. He hit Pacheco up.
Yeah.
And then he walked past Samaji P. Ryan. Samaji P. Ryan stood up. He went and shook Travis Kelce hand.
Skip him. Walk right past him. Yeah, look, we don't need you to be nobody, but I need you to be. Who gonna be Travis today? Damn it.
That's how it happened, man. I love the fact that you talked about turning it on and off, because sometimes our perception precedes us, right? And you start to believe that people are a certain thing, right? I think the first time I actually truly met you was on the red carpet at the ESPYs. Right, and it was hot as hell. You ain't had no shirt on.
Okay.
Yeah, you was actually sweating. You didn't stink though. You smelled good.
I never stink.
Yeah, you didn't stink. You smelled good, but you
whispering.
Because the skinny dudes that be trying to look, they be poking in private and stuff. I hear you, son.
No, I was saying you didn't know.
I know, but I hear you.
Yeah, so
Real stink.
And you
be the skinny ones that really be stinking because they think that they body odor just like they don't hold weight. Y'all booty be stinking too, son. You walk around smell like, what was that?
He slid that in there smooth.
Yeah. I never stink.
I never stink.
I love the fact that you said, I know who Deion Dawkins is. And you ran through a litany of things, though. You didn't say just one thing, because you aren't. There was a tragic shooting years ago in Buffalo.
Tops.
I appreciated your voice so much. You took some time. And then you said, though, to think that this evil was done based on the color of people's skin. And then you talked about the elderly people who passed and how those OGs and their wisdom and their experience mean so much to our community. Talk a little bit about that time for you in Buffalo, going back into the community and trying to help them rebuild after such a tragedy.
Yeah, when it started, it was more so like a question to myself. Was one, do I have a voice? And is my voice loud enough to be heard? And the answer was yes immediately, because the Buffalo Bills is a huge part of the community. And that's where it started. And then as an individual, I said, did I do enough for the people to really hear me and to listen to what I'm saying and to be, truly a part of the community? And when you start to arise and you have people that are watching and looking for help, and when they're looking for just a leader to be led of just, hope of just wanting to hear something, right? In Buffalo, all they want to hear and see is the Buffalo Bills. So if there's a flood, if there's a shooting, if there's a fire, if there's anything, they want the Buffalo Bills army to just stand with them. Of course, like they want you to do something, but they really just want to see you, feel you, and hear you. when I started to talk about the older people that were attacked and for the people that are not longer or no longer with us, you know, for a household, right, of people that grow up in a house, because I done had it, I done seen it, I done lived it, where you grow up in a household and your mom and dad ain't the ones running the house, it's grandma. Grandma has been raising kids for generations, and they raised your mom, and now they're raising you, and sometimes they even raise you and your kid. And when you take off that head of a household that it's one grandma, one grandfather, the grandmother is usually that one. She is usually that knowledge that is like, this is the glue, right? And underneath grandma, there is 10 kids, 20 nieces and nephews, grandkids. I just said that, and I'm already over 30 people, right? So when you cut that head off, all that knowledge of what needs to go into them to be, you know, taught, and what all the good stuff needs to come out of it, it's immediately cut off. All you have left is, do you remember when grandma said this, or do you remember that? And you might say yes, but he might say, I don't remember that. And just when he goes, I don't remember that, it's never going to be what it is, because that's not where your mind is at immediately. For the community in Buffalo, we just stood with him. We just stood with him like we were present, and we were there. And being there, it seemed and it was the most appropriate thing for the community. We were physically there, like at the tops. The front door is right there. Us as a team is standing right here. And then once that part is done, now the individuals in the team can take it as far as they want. And with me being so thankful to be accepted in the community, I just wanted to do everything that I possibly could, which started with food, which was the number one thing, and then hygiene products, transportation, because, like, you know, ain't nobody drives, so you got to get them buses to the store. And once that tops went down, people were walking to the tops because they can't drive to get food. Like, they not on DoorDash and Instacart and doing that stuff, so they got to physically go and get the food and then walk miles back with groceries. And this is grandma. Like, this is auntie. Like, you know, like, they not going like to the doctors every day because it's like expensive. So they hurt and they holding bags. So stuff like that just made me attack at that point.
Did you do that through Dion's Dreamers? Did you do that through your foundation?
Yeah.
Yep. Walter Payton Award and all. But through your passion, man, hearing what you're saying, congrats on all of that.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, congrats on everything you've done. When you just said, I use my voice, and this made me think about it. Sometimes your voice can be criticized too. Of course. Because you speak on a lot of things.
I do.
So when you speak on, you know, George Floyd type stuff, you speak on race, you speak on that. RC's been criticized a number of times for that. We all actually have been criticized because when you use your voice on something, do you ever think about it or slow down or meet with a team and try to say, should I really say something about this because this might bring that might bring that? Like like Michael Jordan said, Republicans buy tennis shoes too. Like, do you ever think about that?
Of course, because we have to.
Yes, we do.
No matter what we say or act or sugarcoat it, we have to. And there is times, depending on where I'm at or what I'm doing, I will ask, how you feel about this? What door will this open? This is how I really feel. How should I do this? But to be honest, for the majority of the time, I just be myself. Whatever comes out, I just let it come out. And I'm okay with that because I know who I am. I know what I stand for. And it is tough. It is definitely tough. And I don't always just want to say it's tough because you're black, or I'm a young black athlete. I have to be careful with what I say. I have to be careful with what I do. I have to be careful of who I stand next to. I have to be careful of what's recorded. I have to be careful of what picture is being taken. I have to. And that's only because I understand the world that we live in. And not to say that it's all bad. If you're heading down this direction or this is what you want to do in your life, you got to be able to see what's down that road. All right, cool. I got to make sure I have a trampoline because I got to jump over that barricade. All right, I definitely the ladder, stage 6, because I have to climb. Like, I'm aware of that stuff. Like me as a person, yes. It's like I didn't come here and be like, I'm gonna say this today. I'm gonna plot it. No, like, dark is dark.
What taught you a bigger lesson? Waiting on the pizza man and the cops coming instead of the pizza man? Or what you learned after the fight you and Hassan had in college where you guys were suspended? What moment impacted you the most?
The fight with Hassan. The fight with Hassan impacted me the most because everything was starting to turn for the better. When I got to Temple, I was a little bigger. You know, I went to prep school in Virginia, so I went like to the country quick, and I grabbed the country quick. So now I became a big country dude quick. And it was like, whoa, I'm eating all this stuff, and it just happened. And I get to college, and then, you know, I'm running, conditioning. It wasn't in my favor. I was kind of in the back a little bit, but I was still dark, but I was in the back, and I just wasn't, you know, I wasn't ready yet. And then you go through a winter workout, you go through class, and then you kind of get your feet in the ground, and then you're like, all right, I know how to run. Starting to run now. All right, cool. All right, cool. I'm running towards the NFL. Playing better. Now I'm Dion. All right, Dion is actually a player. He's not just a number, a jersey. He has a name to his number now. That's Dion Dawkins, number 66 at Temple. And then, you know, I'm like, cool. I'll go out. I'll go to a party. We go out to a party. That happens. Defend my teammate. Me and Hassan are the names. Like I said, the bigger guy in the room. They see me. Blonde hair, white shirt, dog. Then they see Hassan, another louder personality, bold, good athlete. Me and Hassan are the two ones that get pointed out and accused for the whole thing. Even though, like, me and Hassan was really like we the big dogs, right? So, and then everything stopped immediately, you know? And after the fight happened, we left. I was like, cool, it happened, cool, it's done. Then that next morning, yo, Coach knows. I'm like, damn, like, how does Coach know about a fight and like way on 3rd, 2nd Street in Berks, like 4th and Berks? Like, how he know? Like, bro, all you gotta do is run your mouth, talking about Dion beat this dude up and da-da-da, Hassan. I'm like, yo, my teammates is chirping, patting, messages me, says, the kid's mom wants to press charges. 2 options. You stay here, the police will come, they'll get you from your dorm, which was an off-campus apartment, or you could turn yourself in. I said, well, I don't want nobody to come get me. I'm gonna just go turn myself in. So we went and turned ourselves in, and that was like, that drive over, I was like, damn. I'm in the car and with Patton, and I'm talking to Patton, and I'm like, so what's gonna happen? He's like, well, you gotta stop playing football. You can't play football with the criminal case or stuff and like this. And I'm like, so now what? I just don't go to practice? Like, I just don't go lift? Like, what do? Do I still eat? Do I still have a scholarship? Like, I don't know nothing. Like, I'm a little kid. And he's like, well, Dion, yeah, everything kind of just stops. And I was like, now at this point, I'm emotional. Like, I'm crying. I'm not boo-hooing, but like I'm heads down. I'm tearing. I'm thinking about everything. Like, damn. Like, I just let my whole community. I let everyone down. I'm on a full scholarship now. I'm another statistic, which is already against us because that's a stat. Like, college kids too. Like, it happens, and I'm like, my life is over with, just like this. And one of my biggest fears was being a big dude. This is crazy. I'm about to say this, but like being a big dude working at Foot Locker, right? One of my fears was I never want to be asked, what do I do? And I say, I work at UPS, or I work at FedEx, or I work at Foot Locker, which is not bad, but for my size, I should not be there.
It's like every time you see like a real tall dude bagging groceries, you're like, hey man, why you on hoop?
Exactly.
Where you play?
Exactly. That is exactly that. And that was my fear. And then that fear became reality because I was like, well, damn, like it's over. And that's when I realized that I have to cherish life so much more because at any point in time, it can be taken away or altered on the path that you're on. And I didn't like the way that it felt. And because I didn't like the way it felt, I'll never go back. Never. Ever, ever,
respect
ever.
that, man.
Never, ever, ever. I've seen it, I felt it. I was in the light, immediately in the dark. And I mean the dark, 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 dark. It was horrible. My off-campus apartment was right across the street from the football field. So every morning, I'm hearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Spread your legs, all right, down to the left. Down to the right. On your butts. Reach down, touch. I'm hearing the stretches in the morning. Then the whistle. Woo. Everybody goes to their O-line, D-line, everybody goes to their position, and I'm hearing it. That's what's waking me up. And now I'm outside looking at practice. You know, me in my head, first thing I'm thinking is, yo, this kid cannot play my position. I'm looking at somebody take my reps. And that really hurt me to look at somebody else take my reps because I know who I am. I know what I'm worth. At that point, I'm like, Deion is Deion. This is my position. I'm here. This is going to be me. And I'm looking at somebody else have it because of something that I messed up on. So I'm like, I got to. But that was hard. That was a very, very hard time. But that's what took me from here to here, immediately. That moment right there. I cherish life so much more now that I realize, I'm not gonna go. If there's any chance of something going wrong, I just stay away. For the college athletes that are watching, right? When you're picking a school and when you're trying to figure out where you want to go to college and you want to play at the biggest school and you want to do all this, just understand you want to have a coach, you want to have a program that will give you a second chance if needed. Because a lot of these schools, they're the meccas, they're this and that, but you don't have the option to have a second chance. And the second chance is what I had. Matt Rule asked me, what happened, Deion? Did you do it? And I had a good enough rap sheet where when I told him, no, I didn't do it, right? He believed me. You know, even though what happened, he believed me. And he immediately went into action, all right, we have to suspend you. Immediately, but I told him what I told him, and he immediately did that. And I'm thankful that Rule did what he did at the moment because I only missed spring ball instead of missing the season because he believed me.
We usually ask our guests their biggest pivot in life. That would seem that it could be your biggest pivot, but if I'm wrong, let me know if there's another major moment in your life that you can look back on and say, without this happening, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Yeah, even younger. High school, when I would go into houses and I would steal. But once I stole from my teammate, and when I was a freshman in high school, everybody had flip phones. I could have got it. I don't know why my dad didn't get it for us. You know, like he wasn't, like my dad had a decent job. Like he worked for Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, but we had Verizon. Verizon sidekicks was T-Mobile, right?
Yeah.
The cool thing was the sidekicks. Doc, told you I gotta be dip, you know, Doc, I want a sidekick. We didn't get a sidekick. One of the kids, he really wasn't on the team. He was like, he really loved ball. He had a sidekick. So I took his sidekick. I had the rep of, oh, it could have been Deion, da-da-da. And of course, if they're saying it could have been Deion, it was Deion, it was me. All right, took the sidekick, right? I took the sidekick and, you know, that seeing my teammate upset, and even though he wasn't a football guy, even as a freshman, but seeing how it made him feel, I said, personally, I can never interfere with anybody that's close to me. And that was one of my first pivots. That's what made me, you know, the good person, immediately like the good person. I will never make somebody feel like that. I did not know that made, or you had that much feeling to that, but it was his. And that was a lesson that I had to learn as a kid, which is why now I cherish everybody's stuff so well. I cherish everything so well because I don't know what that watch means to you. I don't know what that bottle means to you. I don't know what your hat means to you.
But it's yours.
But it's yours. And it's a shame for me to give me that, you know? Because I don't know what it is. Your parent, it could have died. It could have been the last gift. Who knows? I just will never interfere with that like ever again. But that was the first small pivot, and then the bigger one was Temple, and for sure, but yeah.
And Doc, are you still trying to prove something to your dad or make your dad happy?
Who knows? Who knows, man?
Four-time Pro Bowler, but are you happy with you and your dad's relationship, how he respects you?
No, absolutely not. I'm not, and I'm man enough to say it, I'm not. I would want him to just man up and say he's sorry for some of the things, or I'm not perfect, and I understand that I'm not perfect. And I even gave the platform for him to say it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not here to fight you or be against you, but it's just like if you have to come and say sorry, you have to come and say sorry. If you have to come and say sorry with anything that you did with Mom, Kia, Crete, and Mariah, anything, you have to say sorry. I can't be the one to say sorry for you, right? And it wouldn't hit the same. But the relationship will get better because as I get older, I will learn better ways to make it better. But that day will come. Still love him to death. He still knows, but I'm just free with how I speak about it.
Seeing how you interact with your kids, it's a beautiful interaction, and I'm sure you realize how short life is.
Yes.
And I'm sure you realize your dad is closer to the end than he is to the beginning. And sometimes, as a man, which you have an amazing personality, you're extremely secure about who you are, and with that, sometimes it takes us setting aside our pride and initiating that moment in that conversation, because I'm sure it will hurt you more to have him gone and not be here than it hurts you now to have to deal with whatever happened to get you in this mind state. So take that into consideration, because I lost my grandmother about a year and a half ago, and to lose someone, it weighs heavily on you, and you don't want to live with that type of regret.
I think about that all of the time. And even with sliding the answers in front of you, you still don't look down and read the freaking paper and look at the answers that I'm telling you, it's worse. And I get it, I understand. But like I said, I know who I am.
Right.
So I've slid that paper. That's all you gotta do, Pepe. This is it. For all of us. This is not, and I was the favorite. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like I was his favorite, still, right? But this is what you gotta do for everything to just be okay. I could live with me and you, but I got moms, I got Kia, I got Crete, I got Murad, I got Jared, right? Like I had a brother that wanted to change his last name, right? Off of a relationship thing, right? And it's just like, Pop, you don't see that? And if you don't, I'm telling you, and this is all you gotta do. How about just pick the phone up and let him know you're sorry and you love him. And if I'm telling you that that's all you gotta do and you can't do it, that's deeper than pride. It's deeper than this, it's deeper than that. And hey, it's just a little bit of what go through and did it.
Praying you guys can get there.
But for real, it will,
and
I have a lot of hope for it because he's a strong enough man to do so. But you never know, because I've tried every avenue, but you never know. Maybe him seeing it and hearing it and me talking to other men, it might, who knows?
I think you're asking for accountability, you're asking for self-awareness, but you're also asking for humility, which I think is hard sometimes for men in general, but for black men and fathers, it's hard to say I was wrong, or it's hard to say I'm sorry in some ways. But we had Mel Robbins on the show, and we talked about the let them theory. That's her book. And sometimes you just have to let people be who they are. And you also have to come to grips within yourself that what you're seeking, you may never get.
I know it.
It's who am I if I never get this? Mm-hmm. Who am I? Who are we? How do we become whole if this thing we've been searching for or sliding the paper for never happens? Because that's the worst case scenario. And if you can figure out how you're going to move forward, how you're going to continue to be Dion, how you're going to continue to be successful, how are you going to continue to be the father you are without that and all the things you've created without that, then you know how to take that next step forward if it never happens. Man, you did a really good job, man. No stutters. No stutters at all.
Where you hear that at?
Huh? I know you used to stutter.
I did used to stutter.
And you said you used likes and buts and ands. You didn't do any of that on the show, but I do know I wouldn't have picked on you. Like a big dude that want to fight. My thing is this, right? We all think
picked on me either. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I wouldn't have picked on myself either.
But you stuttered though. Did you get picked on when you stuttered though?
A couple of get it out, you know.
But did you do it?
And when you say that, I'm like, yo, come on.
Well, you kings of comedy, Bernie Mac though. He was teasing me.
Right. That's valid. That's valid.
Nah, hey, but that's how you learn to fight like that quick though.
No,
light-skinned dude, won't smell good, and stutter.
Yes.
Come on.
His big ass went to stutter, I'd have stayed right there and nodded my head.
And waited on it.
The smart ones would have, and they did just that. And the ones that maybe might have said something, guess what they got? That's just you know?
Hey, man, this was a great show, dog. So many different layers, man. So many different emotions. We appreciate your time, man, your openness. And also, too, man, your candor in being a man who's vulnerable enough with all that he's accomplished, successes, big size, to be able to share with our viewers, man, a lot of what our community deals with, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, dog. Yep. Yeah, hey.
And you're smart too. Yeah. You got the hell up out of Buffalo and Jersey.
No, for sure.
You got
Hey,
a crib.
I was thinking about though. I was thinking
that.
about though that you know.
All love, dog.
Hey,